Today a short video with a real trade situation where I prepared a trade with my community, and you will see how I took it and evaluation afterwards. So if you want to see really how trading works behind the scenes with all the analysis before and after, watch this. It will be a short video. So quickly the trade. DJ30, it was Wednesday this week, the 24th of September. It's a reversal continuation play. So here let's go through my journal entry. Reversal continuation, previous fake out high continuation. So the previous day was a fake out high. I will explain this in the video in depth. Multi-time frame rollover. Late entry because it broke down of my open box. That's the open box strategy, pretty late. Target previous day low. I cut the trade at this closing price as it fell through. It was a nail and bail, 70 pip R3.5. Everything you need for a day. What will you see during this session? My trading process has 3 steps. In the first hour of the New York session from 8 to 9, I typically make my thesis looking at the signals. Then I screen the session in end of second hour. So from 9:45 to 10 or so, I'm watching price and wait for setups to be confirmed. This might of course take also longer, deep into third hour. And then once the setup is confirmed, I screen for the entry and take the trade. What you will also see in the video is my heat map. That's where I document all my analysis, and here you see the heat map for the day. You will see this in the video a bit, month, week and daily bias, thesis, context, and you see here one of my favorites was DJ30 with a short situation. So let's dive in. So last pair, DJ. Let's check that. We also hit the target with a very aggressive wick here. That's interesting. So you also see here we are already relatively far below the weekly fake out high level here. So this already shows you a reversal continuation. So we don't have a 5-star because we don't have a breakout close. You could argue this is a day 0 situation, or it actually is. So this is also interesting. So this is your range for the moment. It's hitting this levels here, so maybe this gives something interesting. The higher time frames change here. Fake out high after a breakout close and 3 days or 3 weeks of long. So we make this red already, and I would really make this red because we are already a bit below that here. Let's go to US 30 here. So we see this huge trap from yesterday. That's interesting, but it then came back in again and now is in balance. So compared to NASDAQ and S&P, we are in balance. That's interesting. The weekly fake out high is up here. No, it's here. So we are right below it. The daily fake out high is up here. So that's could be already a nice bearish situation. And you see here previous fake out high continuation high of day. So this is a relatively nice trend predator setup. So I really like that. So we have a outside day, strong range. So we might look for short trades back to the previous day low or even lower. So you see here, that was the naked point of control of Monday. Yesterday hit this naked point of control, and there you see immediately why I want to have this on the chart. It worked into that, and now it's pushing back up, and now we are working into the weekly point of control at the moment. So this is a fake out high. We are inside this range. Let me think about that for a moment. Here we have the fake out high, we have the breakout, we have, this is a day 0. I wouldn't make that yellow because I wouldn't consider this parabolic. This is more a range for the moment. So this is a large range we are trading into, but this might give a parabolic trade inside the range to the range extreme. So this would be for me rather a fake out high. What I'm interested in, it's also a first red day. So this we make red like this. And this then could be a fake out high continuation. So I immediately would say I might be interested in this trade. So I make this already a bit red. I will follow that. Let's think about it, where this trade could be. It's a bit narrow. I would normally say I would go in below closing price. This could be the idea. Let's see what the pips say. That's 80 pips. So this could be a scalp trade. It's going through the weekly closing price, but you probably have to accept that. If it's really falling through, you might target that, but that's 300 pips, so that's probably not realistic. So I would probably go with that. It could also be come up one more time and then does a fake out high of the 8 hour here and then continue back down. We have to look at that. Then it might be something like this. But the conservative plan would be this one here. Right. So this was the live preparation with the group, thesis generation, as seen here on the left side. Then I screened my session with this analysis and with the heat map we just generated, and I took the DJ30 trade in third hour. What you will see now is the review that I did after the session for the group to wrap everything up. So, and then this we hit perfectly right. DJ30 as a fake out high, previous fake out high continuation, a previous fake out high continuation. So this was the fake out high the day before. We were trading inside. And then I said already we might get another trap. But the trap was so strong that we didn't get another fake out here of the open box high. So this would have been high of the day entry. We didn't get that, so it broke down, and then we more or less got exactly where this was where I placed the trade on the chart. So if you were patient and really waited for price to come into this trade, then the entry here was perfectly 1105. This was the one I took, and the target was previous day low. I said I want to be careful with this closing price here, and you see we got a very strong reaction of that. Iron Fist would have been the right one, so inside day 1x. If I would have taken that or the previous day low, this would have been, then I think I had it like this. This would have been already an R5 for me, and if I would have held to open box 1x, it would have been an R8 even. I've been conservative and just took it as a nail and bail, also because it was late in the session and I want to be flat 11:30 typically, so I didn't have the time to hold that trade. But this was perfectly fine for me, so I bailed out here with this 5-minute close. I had a bit of more aggressive entry here because there was also the closing price or something. Yes, this was closing price. I took the entry from the closing price to the close of this 5-minute bar, and then it was like an R.3.5 or something. So we hit that perfectly right, and you see you just need to be patient. Don't jump into anything. You have your trade ideas on the chart. It was here, so you just wait for it to grind down once it trades inside the open box. Here we had yesterday the discussion, do you trade inside the open box? No, I wouldn't recommend that. You just wait for it to lose the open box, and then you go into the range expansion. So yesterday we had two perfect ideas that worked out. It was DJ and also the NASDAQ trade. We got the direction and the logic of many of the others right, but the others for me didn't give interesting trades. So to give you a better understanding, this is how I think about the different situations where I look for trades. So these are my plays. I'm currently doing a video series on those. Continuation plays are my favorite. Then we have parabolic plays, continuations or reversals, or like we've seen today, reversal plays. We have reversal into trends, or what we've seen today, reversal continuations. So if you hit a level and then it turns around, that was exactly what we've seen today. How to think about those? This will be my next video that's coming up. Stay tuned if you're interested. You see exactly here the different setups in this play. So you have an uptrend that hits an important level. Maybe then you're already overextended, 3 days of longs. You might get a first red day here. So that's the first potential trade. That's the more risky one. But after this pullback, that is a fake out high continuation, then you get the previous fake out high continuation. So the fake out was the day before, and then you take the continuation of the critical levels down to previous day low, or you then go even in a low hanging fruit continuation. You've seen this trade gave both. Even this is the one I took, and this was the continuation that also worked out, obviously. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you're interested, please follow these links. There is a lot of free content available. Subscribe for the channel, give me a like, and have a nice day.